Hello students, today we are going to discuss about the research protocol, right? So when we talk about the protocol, it means nothing but strategy or plan of work. When we are proposing any research topic, just now you have submitted your research topic project topic to us. So in that we need to submit one protocol. Generally it happen in M Form and PhD, even in for B Form also, right? Means what is going to be the time duration of your given topic, and what are the things you are going to do in stipulated time that you are going to tell in the protocol, right? It's a plan of work. So why it is necessary, and the what is the role of protocol, that we are going to discuss in the today's class. So coming to the protocol, if you learn the object, the the definition of research, we are going to discuss what is the clinical research protocol, why protocol is required, parts of what are the parts of protocol, and what is protocol violation, right? So coming to the what is research, that we have discussed already, but even though just have a view, research is systemic collection, analysis and interpretation of obtained data or obtained information, right, to answer a certain questions or solve a problem, right? Without problem there should not be the research. And what you are doing in your topic, what you have proposed in your topic, that should have some kind of outcome which is going to answer some question which was not there. That's what it is become, finding the truth again and again by searching again and again. So if you talk about the definition, a research protocol is a formal written record that one prepares before research field work is undertaken, right? That's what it is, in written format, before proposing, before starting the research, right? So what are the things you are going to do during your period of the time, why a protocol is necessary, what is the use of protocol when we talk, to clarify a research question. Because if you have not planned, simply if you start the work, you will not be able to know that what you are doing, when you are going to complete, and if the time or deadline it is not decided, you will unable to answer the question which you have raised before starting the research, before giving the title, before giving the protocol. That's what you need to have, a proper written plan to compile existing knowledge. If you have done like first the collection of the plant, for example, if you are doing any work of phytochemical screening and biological evaluation of XYZ plant, so first selection of the medicinal plant, then collection of the medicinal plant, size reduction, drying, extraction, isolation, identification test, chromatographic test, evaluation, spectroscopic evaluation, animal screening, formulation into doses. One flow there will be, one wave there will be, that if you will go step by step, you can gather, you can compile the knowledge on your topic, on your research stream. Third reason, that to formulate a hypothesis and objective, we have to have one hypothesis. We are going to assume that if you are going to take this much dose, this these types of extract, this type of solvent, this type of method, you are going to get this. Means one assumption you are doing, one hypothesis you are doing, one objective you should have, one motto or one intention you should have, that at last what you are going to achieve. So until and unless you will not be having the proper hypothesis, there is no use of doing that, because it may lead you in another direction and you will not be able to focus on your goal. That's what. To decide about a study design, because your protocol only it is suppose your topic itself it is the 40% part of your protocol, it may be, right? In your topic you are telling that formulation and evaluation of xyz, right? So here itself it is going to clear that in first two word you are going to formulate something, and whatever the thing it will be formulated that you are going to evaluate by different parameters depend on the what you have formulated. So you will get how you are going to design your study, your work. To clarify ethical considerations, what are the ethical considerations? You need to take the animal approval from the IEAC, Animal Institution Ethical Committee, or from CPCSC guidelines, or from if you are taking any medicinal plant material, you need to take the authentication later from the Botanical Survey of India or any botanist that this is the that plant having this family, order, genus, species, and all those things. So that we have to clarify depend on your work. To apply for funding, what is going to be the expenditure of your work, if it is for 6 months for example in B form, so in that 6 months whatever the thing you are going to do, how much chemical required, what are the equipment or instrumentation required, what are the different kits required, what are the animals required, how long it is going to be, you need to have one budget कि this after completion of this project we are the expenditure is going to be like that much. So sometimes institution will not be able to provide you the fund, so you need to apply for the funding to the different government agencies or private agencies, like in private if you talk about Tata is also giving, and Reliance also giving for the young scientists, right? In the government there is a DST, Department of Science and Technology, there is a DBT, Department of Biotechnology. There are so many government agencies, they are also providing the fund if they feel that your proposed topic and protocol it is going to helpful for the mankind in future, right? I'm talking about that level of the research. So coming to here you can see into this cartoon diagram the thousands of excellent proposals, but not one use our improved format, right? So who is going to donate you, right? Donate means fund donation. So you are going to apply this many application, it will come to the different government organization. So what they are going to see, the improved proposal means whenever the because everything is depend on your proposal. Your proposal should be written in the writing part is also very important, that I told you in the report writing class, right? What you are going to, how efficient work you are going to do during your research, that doesn't matter. When you are applying for fund, when you are applying for approval, your purpose should be written in a such a way so that it will reflect your outcome, what you are going to achieve and how it is going to helpful for the mankind, that should be reflecting properly, then only they are going to give you the approval. Part of protocol, what should be there in your protocol writing? So introduction, suppose definitely problem statements, what is the problem, like anti-diabetic activity of, so diabetes is problem, yes it is problem, it is metabolic disorder, it is happening in each and every family, 1 or 2 person, because knowingly, and now it is not restricted to the age limit also. So means you have to choose such a topic, such a problem which maximum are suffering, or if they are suffering you should have that solution whenever you complete your research. So that problem statement should be having some weightage. Background, what is the background, why it is happening, what is the food style of the Indian peoples, what they are eating that they are getting diabetes in early age, also in the childhood, also in the now after 40 or after 35 everyone is getting almost like that. So you need to write. Then rational, what are the relation with the other things, if you are suffering from diabetes, what are the other problem it may create. Aim and objective of the study, how you are going to plan, which are the plant you are going to take, which are the animal you are going, what is going to be the source of your anti-diabetic drug which you are going to treat the type 1 or type 2 or insulin dependent or insulin non dependent. You need to write your objective within the time limit, what you are going to do. Methodology, Methodology is very very important, that what kind of methods right from the beginning, from collection of the plant, from extraction, from identification, from isolation, wherever, from animal study, what are the animal you are going to take, which model you are going to take, what is the design of your method, that you have to reveal in protocol. Research design, that we have discussed in previous classes, that what should be the basis of the research design, why it is so important, designing, why it is important. It is not like that simply if you are not making the biryani, simply you are taking the oil, chicken and rice and you started the work. No, you should have minimum planning, that what you are going to do. So if it is for the mankind, if it is for the therapeutic purpose, if it is for the serious funded research, you should have properly designed, then only. And what are going to be your data sources, because any work which we are doing, before that we need to do the literature survey or review of literature, means what are the work has been done till today, that we should have idea. So what are the, from where simply you are doing the Google and you are downloading the method material? No, it is whether it is authentic source or not, from where you are getting your data, that is very very important. Then next, sampling procedures, like size and technique. How you are going to sampling means, suppose if you have taken the plant, so if you go for extraction, how many types of extraction you are going to have? Alcoholic extract, benzene extract, chloroform extract, ether extract, right? Then these are going to be your dose, right? Like which extract you are going to continue for anti-diabetic activity. And sam means how many number of animal you are going to have, how many number of groups you are going to have, how you are going to design different doses of your test extract, right? All those things, which kind of technique, what are the route of administration you are going to give, oral feeding, intraperitoneal, what kind of injection you are going to give, right? That should be mentioned clearly at beginning itself. Data gathering instruments to include validity techniques and pilot study, right? So that should be there. Procedures also should be mentioned. Data analysis, how you are going to do, what are the software you are going to use, ethical consideration, like institutional animal ethical committee has to approve your protocol and all those things. Study time frame and budget, how much expenditure you are going to have, and how long you are going to complete your 1 month, 2 month, 3 months, 6 months, 1 year, 2 year. It has to be revealed. What are the references you have taken, what are the appendices you going to use, that should be revealed in your protocol, right? So here you can see the little bit format has been given here. Element and purpose, research topic, why it is it should have research topic, because keynote of the study, what are the beings, drives and ends of the study, it is going to have. Research question, relationship between two or more variables is phrases as a question, it has to be question. What is the role of remdesivir in COVID-19 pandemic, question mark. So it should have the question, because you are going to answer that question during your period, during your tenure. That's what is going to be objective, the researchable issue, what are the issues, develop the logical form a description of a topic, right? Then hypothesis, the assumptions, relationship phrases as a the declarative statement needs statistical testing. Significance of the study, why the research question important, what are the implications of the research, that should be revealed. Experimental design, what are the materials you are going to take, like I told you, the chemical, raw material, plant materials, animals and all those things. What are the methods you are going to take, different methods, like what do you call, streptozotocin induced diabetic model, alloxan induced diabetic model, virus induced diabetic model. So those things you have to, subjects, variables and the statistic models you have to tell. So if you are writing the title, how it should be, it should be concise and descriptive. Title itself having that much capability to tell the entire story, right? That's what when you are trying to watch any movie, you are looking the name of the movie, and by listening or by looking the name of the movie, you can guess that that movie might be based on what, Then you are coming to the hero or heroine or somebody, actress, or who are there in the movie. So if you are suppose Salman Khan, so Salman Khan, if it is he has worked in that movie, that means it will be action movie or romantic movie. It should not be the horror movie. Like that you can guess something. So that's what the title should be concise and descriptive, right? It should have some it should tell some story about the proceedings, must be informative and catchy, right? It should have some information. Any name of the institution, the number of cases to be studied should be included. The hypothesis to be studied can be included. Then examples like study of ectopic pregnancy. So in the title is too short. It does not state the problem or hypothesis, is least informative. You will not be able to know in this kind of 4 or 5 words type of topic. More meaningful title shall be study of ectopic pregnancy in relations to morbidity, mortality, and intervention in a referral hospital. So in this two-line topic, the many things you can guess by reading the topic itself, that what are the things has been compiled in the proposed research or given research thesis or dissertation. Introduction, what how you are going to write the protocol introduction. It should have a well written outline and stick to it. Write few sentences to introduce your topic. Length should be more than 1 page at least. It must be accurate, it must be concise and specific. Try to answer this in your writing. What are the incidents and prevalences of a problem? Which geographical area is affected by the problem? Like diabetes we have taken as example. So worldwide, everywhere diabetic patients are there. So you have to mention that which population groups are affected by the problem. Now we can say the population group, but most of the above 40 plus or 50 plus, it used to be 60 plus before. Now slowly it has been reducing. So that you have to, what are the finding of other research, if they have those who have gone through this kind of title or topic, what is the finding they have got, whether those are helpful for your base, what has been done to outcome the problem in the past, and what seems to be unanswered questions about the problem which you are going to answer. What are the things has not been answered, means if they are not able to have type 1 diabetes, it has not been not having any natural source medicines till now in form of decoction, infusion, or it may be the allopathic or it may be the ayurvedic. So that you are going to tell, that you have to tell in your proposal. Use the below format: problem, situation, where, how, when, discrepancy, problem, questions, possible answers. Proposed answer. In the possible answer, what is the possible answer going to have outcome of your research, that you should. Aim and objective, specific aim, to be frank, and it should be specified. The aim answer the question, what is the study about. It should be brief. Describe the long term goals of the project. Describe the hypothesis building your research. Needs to be attainable in stated time frame, and usually no longer than 1 page, right? It should be less letter, less word, less sentence, but it should be have more information, more meaning. Overall objective should be clearly linked to a research problem, what you have told. Should summarize the what you expect to achieve at the end of the study. That's what outcome. Break down a general objective into a smaller objective and a logical connect the parts. The overall objective should address what will be done and where will be done and why study is being done. That should be clearly mentioned. You can see here the differences. The aim is about what you hope to do, your overall intention in the project. It signals what and where you aspire to be by the end. It's what you want to know. An aim is therefore generally bold. It is ambitious but not beyond possibility. Objectives are usually more than one, are the specific steps you will take to achieve your aim. So review of literature that we are doing every time, it is what the article has been published on the same area that we are going to compile and we are going to look after from the authenticate and reputed journal. Describe the work done by others either at local or international level of the journal, books or newsletter or whatever it may be. Helps the researchers to understand the difficulties faced by the others and the correctiveness steps taken or modification made by them. If they will publish the article, then only you will come to know that what are the method if you take, whether you are going to succeed or you are going to fail, or what kind of result you are going to get. That's what review of literature is very important in any of the research and protocol. The review assists in identifying various variables in the research project and conceptualize their relationship. The reviewer can access the work put in by the researchers and to also assist in assigning feasibility of the study. The relevant information should be covered in about 300 words, quoting 8 to 10 authentic and easily related the retrievable references. Can be reviewed by using various specific information gathering method like journal, national and international bulletins of organization like WHO, CDC, ICMR. If any books like computer assisted research, searches like Medline and personal communication with other researchers. So these are the platform where you can go for the review of literature on your respective topics. Remember, now it will be helpful in your project work also. Methodology, so it should have whatever the methods you are going to write for whatever the kind of research, it should have indicate whether the study is exploratory, descriptive, explanatory, predictive, hypothesis gathering or hypothesis testing. General principle of study design, so this we have already discussed, right? So then also it should have study characteristic like type of study design to be used, like single center, double blind, placebo control, randomized or non-randomized. Like methodology means sampling style you have to tell, collection of data, statistical analysis, what are the things you are going to use. Protocol violation, that's a very this thing, right, that we should know. A protocol violation occurs when the subject, investigator and sponsor fails to adhere the significant protocol requirements affecting the inclusion, exclusion, subject safety and the primary endpoint criteria, right? So what is happening here, the protocol violation of the study include failure to meet inclusion exclusion criteria. What is the what are the things we are supposed to include, what are the things we are supposed to exclude from our design? If we are failed to meet that thing, it is it gone into the protocol violation. Use of a prohibited concomitant medications, like some medications like diazepam or a tranquilizer, something if we are going to use, if it is human volunteer or animal volunteer, there is a guidelines that we should take care, right? Human, that animal cruelty act also it is implicated, right? Until and unless if it is not so much necessary, you are not going to sacrifice the animals. So that thing also we should take care. Failure to follow good clinical practice. Clinical practice, if you are doing any of the research, so that if you are not able to follow the good clinical practice, means what are not ethical, right, that we should not, so that is automatically it gone into the violation. So that's what statistical method and consideration may be specified with specific processes, test formula, and which may be adopted for analysis of data, may be proposed in blueprint in advance, right? Sample size should be clearly mentioned if it is human volunteer, even for the animal volunteer also, and reason for selecting such number of study also be clearly defined in advance in your protocol. Administrative, ethical, regulatory consideration like declaration of Helsinki, protection of human volunteers, institutional review board, institutional ethical committee, obligations of clinical investigators, good clinical practice. It depends. PharmD people, they are closely related to the clinical this thing, right? Because they are having human ethical committee. Suppose in B Pharm generally we are doing the different tests for anti-diabetic, anti-inflammatory formulation, even formulation and evaluation. There is no need of any ethical committee approval, right? Only the thing protocol approval only you need for that also in institutional committee boards, right? So that's what it depends on the what kind of topic, what kind of protocol. Informed consent form, right? Like consent form in every things you have to, if it is funded, so informed consent should be prepared in accordance with the declaration of Helsinki, HC, ICH, GCP, International Council of for Harmonization of Good Clinical Practice, that PharmD generally they will do. And then reference and appendices, right? That all the references cited in the protocol or relevant to the study should be listed properly, from where you have taken this, what is the information, who has told, in which book, which page number, what if you have taken the journal, what is the issue number, what is the what you call volume number, what is the page number, what is the title of journal, what is the topic, all those things. Supplemental documents such as data collection forms, surveys, questionnaires should be included in the protocol, right? So if how we can conclude this protocol, clinical research protocol is a systematically structured scientific framework of guidelines for the clarifying research question. Yes, proper and appropriate solutions should only be drawn by applying appropriate protocol in the clinical research study, right? So these are the things we are supposed to